I will be teaching you how to derive using the chain rule plus product rule. This question can be found on page 106 and is number 8b in the Calculus and Vectors textbook. So your equation is y equals x squared plus 3 to the power of 3 times x cubed plus 3 to the power of 2. First, you would derive it like you would a product rule before doing the chain rule. So the derivative of the first times the second remain unchanged plus the first unchanged times the derivative of the second. So here you have the derivative of the first. So you would take the 3 from the exponent and put it in the front. After you do this, you have to remember to subtract the 3 and subtract it by 1. So you would get 3x squared plus 3 times up to the power of 2. Then, because it's called the chain rule, after you derive the outside, you have to derive the inside. So x squared plus 3 would be 2x. The next part remains unchanged, so you keep it like that. And then you would have the first unchanged, so you keep it like that. Next, you have to derive the second. Deriving the second would just be the same as deriving the first. You take the exponent and put it in front of the equation. Next, you subtract it by 1, which is just 1. After, you leave the inside the same, and then because it's the chain rule, you have to derive it again on the outside. So here you would have 3, put it in front of the x, and 3 minus 1 would be 2. So you're left with 3x squared. But you are not done. You still have to simplify the equation. So here, I would take the 3 and multiply it with the 2x to get 6x. I would then go on the other side and have the 2 and multiply it by the 3x to get 6x squared. And the rest you would just keep it the same. After this, I would take a common factor from both sides and take it out of the equation. So I chose 6x because out of both of these two, 6x is a smaller exponent. Next, for the x squared plus 3 to the power of 2, on the other side there's x squared plus 3 to the power of 3. The smaller exponent would be x squared plus 3 to the power of 2. After, we will do x cubed plus 3 to the power of 2 and x cubed plus 3 to the power of 1. The smaller exponent would be to the power of 1, so you would put that there. After you're taking out this equation from the top, you are left with taking this out, and taking only one left. So you're left with x cubed plus 3. And on the other side, you'd be taking that out, you'd be taking that out, so that's left with 1, and you'd be taking this out completely. So you're left with an x and an x squared plus 3. After that, you would just rewrite your equation from the top and FOIL this. So you're left with x cubed plus 3 plus x cubed plus 3x. So your final equation would be 6x times x to the power of 2 plus 3 to the power of 2, x cubed plus 3, 2x cubed plus 3x plus 3. And that is how you derive using chain rule plus the product rule.